The wind howled through the dense woodland as dusk settled, casting eerie, elongated shadows among the trees. The town of Eldrick had long spoken in hushed tones of strange occurrences in the ancient woods. However, nothing unsettling had ever been documented until recently. Kyle was an amateur cryptozoologist with a proclivity for the unknown, and the whispers about the Eldrick woods had ignited his curiosity. He had heard tales of an entity hidden deep within, described in old, half-decipherable texts as the Keeper of Cycles, an enigmatic figure ensnared by glowing circuits, wielding weapons imbued with cryptic power. Mounted on the wall of his study was a peculiar old photograph of an animated figure, its vibrant colors stark against the backdrop of a bleak, twisted forest. With a body encased in mechanical armor and a face frozen into a disconcerting grin, it held a long staff that shimmered with an ominous hue. Kyle had always believed it to be a doctored image, perhaps a forgotten animatic from a bygone era. However, the more he studied it, the more he felt there was more than met the eye. One particularly cold night, determined to uncover more, Kyle ventured into Eldrick Woods armed with a flashlight, a notebook, and a digital camera, hoping to capture evidence that might unravel the mystery of the Keeper. The deeper he ventured, the more warped and otherworldly the surroundings grew. The woods seemed to pulse with an unsettling energy. The air thickened with silence, broken only by the crunch of his boots on a carpet of fallen leaves. Just as Kyle began to doubt his quest, his flashlight beam fell upon an oddly familiar sight. The glowing circuits adorning its body pulsated with a sickly light, syncing with the staccato rhythm of some unseen force. With shaky hands, Kyle raised his camera, capturing snippets of this bizarre scene. Through his lens, he noticed the creature's intense eyes, filled not with life but with a mechanical emptiness. In a sudden, almost imperceptible moment, the watcher locked eyes with the watched. Kyle's blood ran cold as the Keeper's mechanical grin seemed to widen, its eyes gleaming with lethal awareness. With a swift, jerking motion, it stepped forward, the ground beneath Kyle's feet quaking as an unnatural whisper echoed through the forest. "Leave," the voice commanded, not from the Keeper but from within the air itself. The atmosphere grew oppressive, the trees seeming to close in on Kyle. His instincts screamed at him to run. Jolted into action, he stumbled back through the forest, his path illuminated by the light of his flashlight trembling in his hands. Breathless and on edge, Kyle burst out from the woods, collapsing onto the cold ground near the road. Struggling to his feet, he realized with immense relief that he had escaped. Back in his study, the images conveyed a reality far stranger than he had ever imagined. The photograph of the Keeper on his wall no longer seemed out of place but rather a warning left by another who had ventured too far. The Keeper of Cycles and its enigmatic existence would remain within the confines of his photographs, locked away safely, a tale to both tell and heed. And thus, he vowed to leave the Keeper in peace, respecting the ancient cycles and the unseen forces that protected them.